I'm a boss ass. I didn't know, yeah. You wanna chase an ass? You wanna go get laid? I've had a lot of people tell me that like they have sex friends. He told me him and I need to start an OnlyFans. We like probably just have dramas.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Aries podcast,
#1 podcast in Northwest.
Hey man, before we get into this, guys, I just want to wish you guys a happy Easter. I hope you guys are good out there. I hope you guys are promoting. Thank you guys for promoting the podcast. Everybody supporting the podcast. Everybody who's supporting the upcoming artists and everybody like that. And then that's it. We're here with the one and only upcoming female artist, RoseGoldRani. How are you?
What do you do? How are you guys?
Nah, we're good.
Long overdue, by the way.
Yeah, it's
No.
Very. We saw her perform at Social Sunsetz. It's been
Really? So that's when you guys decided you want to interview me?
Yeah, like we saw you there and then we're like, okay, no. I actually liked your song and I was like, okay, no, we need to get her here.
And I remember my sister knew you before the Social Sunsetz show.
What? So there's people that know me.
Yeah, a lot of people that know me.
You're crazy. That's crazy.
She'll talk about you a lot, like, yo, this other girl that makes like good music and all that. So she'll talk about you a lot. So when you performed, I remember I was even telling him, yo, dog, the one who's performing now is RoseGold. Let's go.
Look at me, mama, I made it. Made it out the hood.
But how's it been? Like, how's your music been? Life in general?
It's been alright, man. It's been alright, I must say. It's also been, I've been at it for years now. Even though like now only, I'm still surprised that people know me and I've been doing music for like 7-8 years.
You've been doing music for 7-8 years?
Yeah, I started very young. I started very young. Maybe I started recording probably like six years ago. But I mean, that's also some time.
Yeah,
that's also some time. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when you started recording music, how did you choose your name? How did you get to?
Oh, weird story actually. Mm-hmm. So when I was in high school, right, I kind of got an opportunity to record a song, and the dude was like, "Okay, what's your stage name?" And I didn't want to use my real name because my real name is ZK, and there's really ZK. There's a lot of ZKs everywhere in general. So I said I wanted something different, man, something weird, right? So for the longest time I was Rani Araya. Rani means queen in some Arabic language, I don't know which one. And then Araya means melody. So I was Rani Araya, queen of melody, right? And then as time went on, I was like, I don't really like this name. And people kept asking me, what does it mean? Now I have to translate like the whole thing. So like I got tired of that. And for the longest time my hair was blonde. Right? It's blonde right now. So for the longest time my hair was blonde, and one time I came back home and I just cut my hair and dyed it blonde, and my brother was like, "She should have rose gold." And I was like, "Damn, that could be something." So I just took Rani and I mixed it with rose gold, and it was RoseGoldRani, and that's how the name came about. And I think I was 13, 14 when I came up with that name.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you know what's the thing, man? Like when we were practicing, like you know what happened. So before we came to the interview, man, we were busy practicing. Like, okay, how are we gonna ask these questions? Okay, let's start. And everybody was like, okay, if you're gonna ask her, how did you choose a name? What do you think she's gonna? And then people were like, no, my friend Connect's gold, and you know.
And
I was like.
I mean, it just so happens that my favorite color is rose gold. Not my only. I have a lot of favorite colors. I'm one of those people that doesn't have like one favorite color. So that was just like a bonus and detail. But the big part of it comes from my brother saying that I look rose gold, and I thought, sheesh, imagine being complimented and someone saying to you, "You look rose gold." That's flat.
So basically, what your name means is Rose Gold Queen.
Yes, sir.
That's a good name.
You listen to that well. Yeah. So Rose Gold Queen.
So by the time that you chose the name, were you already doing music at that time?
Not really. I was writing though. Started writing probably from the age of 10. So I come from a background of poetry, public speaking. You know, I was just that academic kid in school. I was an athlete actually for like the longest time. I was an athlete. So I just did the music like a little bit because it's something that I really love, but I didn't know how I was gonna go about like telling people like, okay, this is what I do and I want to be a musician now, and you know. So I wasn't recording or anything then, but I was definitely writing, you know, definitely working with a few people. Yeah.
And when did you want to pursue music seriously?
When I was 10, I wrote the first song I wrote.
What is the first song? I know everybody.
I think I was 9 or 10.
Yeah.
It was called Click Click Dance.
Yeah.
And the reason why it was called Click Click Dance, I blame that on my Disney background. Like, I was fully a Disney girl growing up. Hannah Montana, like Sunny with the Chance, all of them, right? So they always had these weird, catchy songs, like with these weird names. So I just wrote a song about this Click Click Dance. And I still remember it.
I feel like
I still have the lyrics. I remember the lyrics. Yes. Move your feet like this, move your feet like that. Clap your hands, do the click, move your feet like that. Yeah, literally. So I was in my pop bag fully. And yeah, that's pretty much when I wrote my first song, and I decided, you know what, I might actually be a superstar. So from there, I was like, okay, I'm in it. Yeah.
And I feel like everybody's first song is a bad. You know, some people actually like go back to their old song and it's like, I wasn't that bad, you know, there was potential there. And then some people go back and because I also remember that before all of this now, I used to be a producer.
Yeah.
Actually, I used to be a rapper before being a producer.
Really?
So I still had that song. I still had that song on my laptop, on my mom's laptop. And then I went back and I was like, damn, this is still here. I was like, what's this here? And then I listened to it and I was like, oh, yeah, no, that was real bad. Yeah, I still have it.
Yeah, we need to hear it.
Like one day.
I'm pretty sure everybody wants to hear it now.
Yeah.
But like, I feel you though, because when I do listen to my old songs, like the first time I got into doing, the first time I did all that, I hear them and I'm like, there's potential. Hey, but do I ever want them to get out? Nah. Like, you know, I feel like my producers, like Tasso and everybody that works with me, if you guys want to end me one day, you feel like we want to ruin this girl, you go to them and ask them to play like the first few songs that I recorded. Hey, it's very dark, but it wasn't bad. And the scary thing for me was, at that time, what I was doing sounded better than a lot of like what people were doing. A lot of more people that were a lot more established than we were doing at that time. So yeah, man, we learn, we grow.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
So the people who were like, who inspired you basically to grow?
Musically or just in general?
Musically.
It sounds cliche, but Beyonce, and I'll tell you why.
Okay, why?
Because I always watch her behind the scenes videos and how she prepares for shows and for concerts and for shoots, and just a level of professionalism, and how she's basically like the biggest best to ever do it, you know, in her time, even now, like there's a lot of if you're paying to watch Beyonce perform, bruh, like you're getting your money's worth. So that's definitely somebody that inspires me to just like keep going. Lady Do as well, South African, you know, artist. Lady Do was in the game for 15 years before she blew up, before we knew her, you know. And that is also something that keeps me going, because it's tough, guys. It's tough. You'll be in studio thinking, I got a hit, and then it does literally nothing. Like you release a song and it does absolutely
it's
nothing.
Mostly like that. Like most artists put in work, time, you know, effort to do a song, and then put it out, and then people don't support. That's what I'm saying, guys. Support these upcoming artists and do all of that.
And just try, you know, like if you listen to the music, like all I ever ask people, just give it a chance. I'm not saying like it, but just listen to it, because I promise you, even if you don't like maybe the sound or the genre, but the standard, you know,
you guys need to support these artists.
You don't have to like someone's music to acknowledge that the standard is fire.
But you know, like one thought is like there are a lot of young artists that do music, but then most of them, or some of them, they don't really like the music. They just do it as like an easy way to get out. So then
you see, that's a problem.
Taking up spots for those who actually enjoy it instead of pursuing the passion that they actually want. Because there are a lot of great artists who are being slept on. I've heard a couple that are being slept on.
Definitely.
I know a couple that are being slept on.
100%.
And at least you're part of those lucky is that people know, oh, you're really building yourself now. But there are a lot of other artists who are being slept on because of these other ones that they don't really like music. So when they make their music, it's not coming from a place of their heart.
No, that's definitely true. But I also feel like, unfortunately, the way the game is set up, it's like that. You have to fight for your spot, whether you're talented or you're not. It doesn't matter. There's always somebody that's going to be on your neck. So you need to like keep going, you know, and just keep pushing and working hard. So for me, I won't say I have entitlement, you know. Because I feel like I'm good and I make good music. I feel like a lot of people should listen to me if they feel like, they would want to listen to me.
Yeah.
But what will never change is the hunger that I have. And I'm just going to keep pushing, guys, because even the little bit of acknowledgement that I have in the city right now, I had to force my way into this. Like, I'm not from here. I'm from the East Rand, Joburg. I came here to study. So I came to a place knowing nobody, knowing nothing, not even knowing how I'm going to get a platform to sing, except on campus. Look, I did a lot of theater and drama and music productions before I started doing my own thing. So for me to be able to open up this space for myself here, it really was a lot.
As you were saying.
So yeah, I was saying that I think you are right. There are a lot of people taking up spaces in the industry that maybe some of us would feel don't deserve it. But the only way to change that is if we just keep going, because the hype doesn't last long. There's no artist that's like 10 years strong in the game, or even podcast or presenter that's like been in the game for a long time and really has a solid fan base that was just doing it for vibes. That's impossible. We may know them, they may be what's popping in the streets now, but are they like the biggest thing? And are they people that you would consider legendary? Absolutely not. So I think more than anything, what I advise people is to like just strive to be legendary, strive to be legendary. And that's what I'm trying to do. So whether it takes 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, I feel like I'm born to, make music and be a musician. So until it happens, I'm out here.
You're out here.
I'm out here. I'll be 60 knocking at your doors like, hey, book me. Like literally. Yeah.
So let's talk about your music and the work you've released. Your most famous stuff being your 2 EPs, Ipantula, Elakulayo, and Feels Unscheduled.
Yes.
You have a great diversity. You're very skilled in your diversity. You being able to mix genres like Afro Pop and Amapiano. Is that something you do to differentiate yourself and your music from the rest?
Not on purpose, but I'm glad that it comes across that way. One thing about me, when I do my music, I just do me. So if I feel like, okay, today I'm rapping on a song, then I'm rapping on a song. If I feel like today I'm making a pop song, I'm making a pop song. But more than anything, I want my sound to be authentically South African. So I think that's where the blend of Amapiano and, Afro Pop kind of comes in, is because I want my sound to always be South African. Like, I want people to hear me and be like, damn, she's from Africa, she's a South African artist. So
trying to build yourself and not forgetting where you come from.
Definitely. And I think that at the end of the day, I'm South African. It doesn't matter where I get my influences from, but I'm a full-on South African girl, and I love the culture, I love the energy, I love everything about being South African. That's why I'm also trying to bring a little bit of Kwaito into my music, because I feel like it's important moving forward for artists to find a sound that's uniquely their own and uniquely like South African. So that's basically the whole idea behind it.
And were those the genres that you listened to when you were young? Amapiano, Afro Pop?
Well, Amapiano came now. Amapiano came now, but I grew up listening to everything. I listened to Kwaito, I listened to jazz, I listened to soul music, Maskandi, like, because of my parents. My dad, bro, I don't know what's up with that nigga. He never bought a CD. For as long as I've been born, I don't remember him going to a store buying a CD, but he always had like a massive collection of music and CDs, like, all the time. So he was that James, and we listened to everything. So I grew up listening to 80s R&B, 90s R&B, old school music, basically. That's what basically founded me.
So do you think like your dad had an influence in your music career? Oh,
fully. Both my parents. The music that I listened to growing up, coming from both of them, is definitely what made me, or it influenced my style in music. Let me not say it's not what made me a musician, but it definitely influences my style in music. Yeah.
So your most popular tracks with the most plays from SoundCloud are Fame Made by You featuring Keita. So what makes these songs of yours that have done so well, what makes them so different, and why do you think people gravitate towards those type of songs of yours?
I think with Fame Made You was the first song I've ever released in my life. That was mine.
Damn, for it to be your best song.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. You're like, this is news to me. Actually, I'm finding this out here for the first time. Yeah, no, I can see. You guys really, you pulled out the files, hey?
Yeah.
Fame Major came out when? I think 2018, somewhere there. So Fame Major was like the first song, like I said, I released ever in my life. Like when people found out that there's a RoseGoldRani and there's a RoseGoldRani that exists, it was Fame Major that put me in that spot. So I think the reason why people gravitate to that song is because I'm rapping. And it was the first time, I think maybe in a minute, that people had heard someone locally, a girl who's actually spitting like real bars.
Yeah.
So I think that's what makes people come to that song. And of course, having K Tasso on it, you know what I'm saying? Like, very respected in the game, So I think that also, because people wanted to find out, hey, but who's this hand? Who got a whole K Tasso verse? Because I mean, if you know him, it's not that easy. It's not that easy to get a Tasso verse. So yeah.
He made a lot of songs with K Tasso. He's produced a lot of his songs, like
he produced, yes. My whole Feels Unscheduled, he produced the whole thing. Produced, mixed, mastered the whole thing. I think there's only like 2 songs that I got from different producers, but most of them, it's him. Like, he's been doing all the work.
And how's the experience working with him? And how hard was it to even get him to work with you?
To be honest, was it hard to get him to work with me? No. Because the first time he saw me with SK, so we all in a part of a label in the Building Empire, right? So that's the independent label, and that's my people's. That's what I'm a part of. So there were these what do they call them? Down to earth basement things that used to happen here at Campus Key.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah. So it was one of those sessions, and somebody had put me on there. We'll get into that later. Somebody gave me like a spot there, and I performed, and they saw me and they were like, yo, are you in the studio or are you recording? I said, no. They're like, nah, bro, say less, we're going to get you in the studio. And literally the next week I was in the studio with them. And it was a very overwhelming experience for me because I knew who they were. Like a lot of the people in the Building Empire, I knew who they were. So when I got in studio and before we recorded, they were just playing me. This is probably like the second, third time I was in studio after like when I was starting to meet everyone. And they were just playing like everybody's songs. And I was like, shit, I'm supposed to get on the mic and do something after just hearing that. So I had to level up. Like there was no other way. So they definitely pushed me, and just helped me develop as an artist, find my sound and be more confident in myself as an artist. Because I mean, I think I was always good. I just maybe didn't have the necessary confidence. So that's what they brought out of me. When I started recording with them.
But I also feel like it's kind of like the same situation when it comes to Social Sunsetz.
Yeah.
The event that you performed there, like in terms of all the artists that perform before you can get the crowd can get a different perspective on them and actually love them. And then now it's time for you to perform. You're like, damn, I have to perform after
exactly.
That. And you're like, oh, okay,
exactly.
So but how was the experience for you at Social Sunsetz?
And in terms of me performing and stuff, it was really good. It had been first time in a while that I performed. So I was actually like shocked that, I'm still getting that response and people still actually want to see me there. And I think a lot of people were putting pressure on me and also like the team, from Social Sunsetz, like to get me on there because I wasn't really looking to do it at the time. But I think, the streets are like, yo, why aren't you on there? And then we just made it happen. So it was very nice. And the crowd interaction and how people, it's a very scary experience to take something that's just an idea in your head and have to expose it to people. It's like people seeing you naked. It's like everybody has to see you naked for the first time. So it's always a very scary experience, but it was great, man. And just getting interaction with a lot of photographers, like you guys, everybody was trying to shoot me. I felt like a celebrity, It was like paparazzi all on me. So yeah, man, it was a good experience. Yeah. That part of it was a good experience.
But then this month there's another event on Social Sunsetz. Are you going to be attending that?
No.
Respectfully.
Because I feel like I don't know how to say this without starting international beef.
I get you. No, but then you need to share your own.
You know, personally,
it's the Aries family is the same space.
Okay, it does. I feel very comfortable actually, which I think it's a setup. Man, you guys do that because they'll make people comfortable so that we can spill the tea.
I mean, they need to be honest. You know? Yeah.
Honestly speaking, I wouldn't do it again because I feel like we don't get the credit we deserve as artists. You know, nobody is getting paid. I don't know about you guys, but the artist, me personally, I didn't get a cent, not even a complimentary drink, nothing.
But then it's shocking because I heard like some artists do get paid. I'm not sure.
Oh, so people are getting paid.
No, like how can I say this? Yeah, I feel like the artists are getting paid because I heard people are getting paid in terms of some artists and some collaborators. You understand? Like, let's say for example us, if we tend to work with Social Sunsetz and in terms of branding them.
Also, you're getting the bag.
Not now, just say in terms of, you understand?
See, it's the bullshit.
Then,
okay. Yeah, now I'm on 10. Let's go for real now. Because, look, guys, look. I feel like I've worked hard. And I work very hard. And I'm a student. And I'm a mom. I don't got no money. Like, let's keep it 100. I'm just going to keep it 100. I don't have money. I don't care what it may look like on social media, what it may look like in these streets. I mean, I don't have no money. So when people put me in positions where I have to go out of my way to get myself ready, prepare for a performance, hook up my DJ, bring people, because there were a lot of people that were there to see me because of me, you know, that bought tickets just to see me. Bring people, and you don't even want to give me
a small percentage.
You understand? That means you're taking me for a puss. Sorry, can I curse on that? That means you're taking me for a puss because now it's even weirder that there are people that actually got something. Like, I was at that event with fucking nothing. You understand? Nothing. I was broke as a motherfucker. And I'm giving a stellar performance and I'm making sure that I'm looking the part and I'm on time. I was very early. You know, I'm on time because one thing about me, I pride myself in being professional. And I think it's important because people don't take you seriously if you're not professional. So the reason also why it was another slap in the face for me that I didn't get paid or anything like that, especially if you're selling tickets. What the fuck, bro? You're selling tickets. You can't even give us complimentary drinks. But it wasn't the first time me and the organizer had an encounter in terms of events, you know? There was these bad decisions, something like that. I did probably like 3 of those for free. And the one time I wanted money from the event organizer, I swear I asked him for only 500. 500 rand, that's what I asked him. Nigga went off on me. Oh, you think you're the shit now just because you're launching EPs? Oh, now you're getting big-headed. Fuck you and the people that you're working with, they're not teaching you how to operate in the game. Yeah, your new management is this and is that. And then this nigga the next day messages my manager on some, can you please manage me? You get what I'm saying? So that was my issue with him, like, why is it that you want to see me do good but not better than you? You get what I'm saying? Because when I started, so how I started, let's get this clear. This person didn't put me on. Nobody put me on. I put my damn self on, okay? So I met this person at a club and he was DJing and I said, damn, you said it's fire. And I happened to let him know that, yo, I actually do a little bit of music. He was like, for real? I'll give you a platform, you know, or I'll put you on, I'll make you meet people or put you in the right spaces. And it didn't happen immediately, but I wasn't mad because the boy was doing his thing. You know, he was also trying to get himself out there. Eventually, he put me onto the campus, down to earth ways, and doing there at Campus King. I performed. That's when my people met me. Same way you guys met me. You saw me perform and then you decided you want to work. A lot of my connections, relationships that I have with people in the industry are like that. They see me do my thing, they like it, they want to work. So that's what happened. Now, this nigga felt like he put me on. And he kept telling people that he put me on. So when I was making moves on my own, I think he wasn't comfortable with that really. So that's just backstory to show that this is not something that started now. This is something that's been happening. And because I know the person and I have some sort of respect for him in the game, I thought, you know what? let's water under the bridge. You know, let's see how we move with the next event. So I see now that the football is me because other people are getting paid and I'm not getting anything. And I think he targets a lot of young upcoming artists, especially the ones on campus, because at this point most of them are looking for is exposure. I don't give a fuck about exposure no more. I think we've established people know me. Let me pass that, you know. I don't care about exposure, and I'm not unreasonable, but just give me something because I'm giving you a service
and you need to pay for it.
Exactly. That's it. So that's why I'm not going back, guys. Y'all be safe though. Y'all be safe though. You know, I'm not going back because of that. And I feel like it would be disrespectful to me and everybody that I work with if I keep associating with events that don't respect me as an artist. You know, because I work hard. Like, yo guys, I work hard. And it's just to travel to these gigs. I don't have a car. I have to take a cab of all places, and that's a lot. It's a lot of money. So if you're not gonna give me even a fucking drink after I just shook up your audience, and this is about to be a thing now, you know. But I just felt like I had to put it out there so people know, like, we work hard, and then there's people that think we don't deserve a damn thing. And if you want to know why I'm not going back to that event, that's why, guys, I'm not being respected. Don't ask me again when you see me in the street, because a lot of people have been asking me, am I going to be at the next Social Sunsetz? No, I'm not.
Well, you guys heard here. Why RoseGoldRani will not be back at Social Sunsetz.
Yes, guys.
But then we want to talk about your relationship at least with the performance. You said you didn't even know that the others were getting paid. The relationship with the performers, how are they arrogant? Because how we even got to know about Social Sunsetz was from Chanel.
Oh, that's my girl. That's my girl. Shout out to Chanel.
You also posted her on your social media the day that you performed. Like, what's the relationship with her and the other Social Sunsetz performers that are there?
That's so crazy, actually, because I met a lot of people there that, like, I'm definitely going to be collaborating with. I must say, I didn't get no smoke from the fellow artists. It was all love. It was all respect. From any person that was working there, like, it was all love. It was respect. I really appreciated that so many of them, you know, like, gave me my flowers and, like, showed me so much respect, and were like, yo bro, you dope and we see what you're doing, you know. Chanel also, I met her just a little bit before there, you know, just randomly on the boat, and we met again there, and you know, I saw her perform, she saw my performance, and we just, Berade, one of the chicks that was performing there as well, Berade, me and Berade are super cool, even got to know her manager, and also, like, a lot of other people I already knew, like, prior to us meeting at Social Sunsetz, like, a lot of them are, you know, just friends of mine, and also my people in the industry. So I must say, at this point, there's no fellow artist that can say that, nah, I don't fuck with this person, you know, we're not cool, like, nah. I have good relationships with the artists.
And that's very important when you work with somebody, to have a good relationship with the people around you.
No, 100%. I think it says a lot about the type of person that you are as well. Like, you know, if people don't really fuck with you in the industry, like, we're supposed to network, we're supposed to help each other grow and all of that stuff. So if you don't fuck with people in that space, then
So there's no sense of arrogance between the artists?
Nah, bro, none of that. Honestly, I'd be lying. You really, for me, I don't know how they experienced each other, but with me, there was definitely no arrogance, and that's usually the case, especially with me. Females, you know, most of the time, like, maybe they like influencers or promoters, and here I come with a bunch of niggas, and they're just like, who's this bitch? What is she about? I get that a lot, you know. Sometimes females can be weird, but I must say, like, for the times that I've encountered other artists, it's never been no smoke. It's always respect, it's always love.
And your show at Social Sunsetz, it hasn't been the only time you performed. We saw you also had a show at Sidewalk Chalk where you guys were celebrating women. Please tell us a little bit more about that.
So the organizers of those events are also people that I happen to know, and they definitely also just wanted me to be a part of that event. And of course, I'm for anything that supports, protects, you know, and shows love to women. And a lot of the also artists that I met, they were people that I've been looking to work with as well. So that was a very cool experience. So what people don't know about that performance, actually, I had Pablo, who plays the saxophone. He plays a lot of instruments, but that nigga's a beast, guys. Like, he's really, really good. And when Pablo and I had met, we met through Talent Festival on campus. And we were performing, and I told him I wanted to do this performance with me, and we didn't get a chance to rehearse at all. Mind you, he's playing my instrumentals, and he hasn't really heard my music. And on the day of the performance, literally 15 minutes before I had to go and sit on the stage, he literally said, "Let me listen to your music for a few seconds." And he listened, and then he was like, "Shut, I got it." And then we went on the stage and we killed it. Literally 15 minutes later, no rehearsing, no nothing. He just, so that performance was really cool. And that one was nice. I was compensated also for that one, I must say. May not have been on the day of the show, but at least something happened. And I mean, those ones really didn't have to. More than anything, I think they were also doing me a solid because I really wanted to be there and I really wanted to be a part of the event. So yeah, that was good. I still have a lot of love for those people, and there's a couple of things that we have coming up in the future as well.
But then again, I also see that we saw that you actually love and have a lot of photo shoots lately. So how do you prepare for all your photo shoots and all that?
You guys, I don't know. Like, I'm a weirdo. Okay, I'm really a weirdo. I also have bipolar, like medically diagnosed bipolar. So I think, I think it affects the way that I think creatively as well. Because I'll literally look at my closet and look in the mirror and be like, that looks like it would go well together. Let me make my eyebrows green. And then I do that, and then it turns out well. A lot of the times, sometimes I get concepts, not a lot of the time, sometimes I get concepts from the photographers, and they tell me, okay, this is what we want you to do, or this is the idea I'm trying to bring across. A lot of it though is just literally what goes down in my head.
And most people that take photo shoots, they have a specific photographer. But so on your shoots, you alternate photographers.
Definitely.
Like, how do you choose your photographers? How do you know that this is a photographer for this shoot?
Well, obviously, I need to see your work first, because we need to meet each other where we're at, so I have to see your work. And like I said, most of the time, it's the photographers that would hit me up with the concept. But it's energy. A lot of these photographers I have some sort of close or personal relationship with, some of them are my friends, some of them just very well acquainted. So it's just a matter of energy, and they see the type of person that I am, and then, we see what happens. I like working with photographers that push my boundaries. Like, if I think this is weird, then they give me something like super weird, and I'm just like, now then we on the same level. So it's definitely energy. That's how I choose my photographers for specific shoots. It's energy.
But why do you change photographers as often though?
Because networking and opportunities and expanding, my fan base and their fan base as well. Look, one thing about me, I believe in work relationships being a give and take. We must all be getting something out of it, So if I can help a photographer bring out their certain vision, then I'll definitely do it if the opportunity is there. I think that's why I switch them around a lot. But the one photographer that no matter what, like, it will always be my photographer is KP. That's my boy, and he also was one of the people that started shooting me before I even had a real name, So when other photographers were still acting a bit brand new, he was like, "Nah, my boy, let's operate." And I think he's doing very well for himself right now. So
Then you get that. So guys, please do not go anywhere. Please stay right there. Take this time to like, share, and subscribe. If you watch it right now, subscribe. Take this time to subscribe. And then we'll be back after the break. Easy.
Yes, sir. Alright guys, we back now, so I hope y'all got yourself drinks after hearing all that you did. I hope y'all are better.
I hope y'all subscribe.
Stay tuned. So let's get on to this. Let's continue with what we're talking about. So we're talking about Rose Gold's camera photo shoot, how she plans all of her stuff, how she picks her photographers, what happens before her shoots. So then we also saw you write a lot about your pictures tell a story. What story have you been telling people all along that?
That I'm a boss ass bitch. Nah, man, I think that's the one story I hope has been coming across is that do you. I always try to be my authentic self. I always try and just be real. And showcase a side of creativity that people are scared to tap into.
Yeah.
Like I said, if something is weird, I'm gonna need something weirder, then I know I'm on the right track. I think for the longest of time, I've struggled with expressing myself. As talkative as I am, as much of an extrovert, that I am, I struggled with expressing myself. So I found a way to make fashion and photography help me with that. So confidence, that's the one story I want to tell. Confidence, arts, creativity, being unique in yourself. Yes, sir.
I'm sure there's so many people that would gladly wear green eyelashes. And go out there in front of the public.
It is different.
That really takes
one of the photo shoots that I did, the most recent one, I was like topless in a leather coat in front of the church in town. So some guy was driving past and he was like, "Hey, where am I be like in Sao Paulo?" So I was like, "Damn, that's the energy I get." And I forget, so I'll be like going to a photo shoot, maybe walking down the road, like going to buy food or something, and I'm like, why the fuck are people staring at me? And I'm like, oh shit, your eyebrows are white, bitch, and you're wearing nothing. So that's why people are staring. So yeah, man, it's just, and everything, one thing I must say, every photo shoot, every creative idea, like, it's definitely a genuine side of me. Nothing that I do is for clout. Everything is for expressing. So every picture and everything that you see, it wasn't me trying to do a trend, it was me trying to do something for clout. It was me doing it because that's just who I am.
That's just who you are.
Yeah, for sure.
And use your confidence doing all of this. If there are people out there judging, they can judge. But then what they don't know is that it landed you a magazine feature with Sister
Bosso magazine. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah, Sister Bosso magazine.
Where you worked with 16V. Did they reach out to you for a shoot, or how did it happen?
With Sister Boss magazine, so the shoot I did with 16V was like totally different. Also, really, that's how I met him. I was shooting my music video, Come to Me, last year. And I had arranged everything, obviously, with Kifilwe, because he's like my guy. So when I got there, I found 16V and Hotatsu there, ready to wear.
Yeah. I feel like 16V is the big shout out to 16V.
Big shout out to 16V.
I feel like it's the biggest photographer in Coach. My own opinion. Big shout out to 16V. He's doing his thing, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if my cat is in the way. I didn't do my edges today, so yeah. So yeah, I came there and I found them busy, and I don't know them personally. They knew of me, I knew of them, and I've been trying to work with 16 but I just didn't know how to approach the situation. And I found them there, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna help you shoot your video." And I was like, "Damn, thanks, guys." And literally, that's how it happened. So after that 16 then I linked up for a photo shoot, and then. So my manager at the time, Neo Muroka, had hooked up the Sister Bosso magazine interview, and they did a whole feature. I thought it was just going to be one baby article, but they did a whole feature. So they wanted pictures, and then I brought the ones I did with 16B. From the article, there's also some pictures I did with Obakeng Sikoko. Yeah, so I thought they would just make sense. They would fit. They would fit. So yeah, that's how I came about working with them.
But then how is it working with 16B, like the relationship between you guys?
He's so cool. Love him so much. He told me him and I need to start an OnlyFans.
16B is crazy.
16B is crazy, guys. He was like, "When are we starting our OnlyFans?" I said, "Nigga, what's wrong with you?" You're not doing that. But working with him is amazing. He's a professional.
He's very
professional. He knows how to get what he wants from the photographer.
Exactly.
So I appreciate that about him. He gives direction very well. And yeah, they say photographer from the model, not photographer. He's the photographer. But yeah, and he knows how to command the space that he's in. Like when he's working and he's in charge, you know that okay, 16B is running the show right now. So yeah, shout out to him.
We even showed us a few camera tricks at the Social Sunsetz when we were trying to...
See, that's also one thing about him. He's never scared to pass gems on people. He's always so ready to help and educate and assist people. And that says a lot about his character. He's a real one, definitely. Yeah.
Do you think the photo shoot with the magazine helped you with my exposure?
Definitely, because this magazine, I think it's big in Mafikeng or something like that. I'm not sure. But there's like a lot of people, especially in Northwest, like it definitely got me the exposure that I needed. Even if some people didn't necessarily open the article, but the fact that they just saw me in a magazine that's doing really well. Like that, you know, alone did work on its own. We've got people interested in the brand. Because you know how people are like, people, not everyone, but some people like to follow the bandwagon. They don't research you, they don't try and figure out who you are. But because you're working with Smangma, now they want to see who you are. Because, you know, So
that's just how it is.
That's just how the game goes, man. You know, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. As long as you eventually find me and like what I'm doing. How you find me, totally up to you.
And you said on your post on Facebook, try listening to my EP while reading my lyrics. It's an in-depth connection to the writer, and that's what I want from you. What connection do you want the followers to have with you, the writer? I
just want them to I want them to feel something when they listen to my music, whether they feel like they want to shake some ass or they want to go get laid. I've had a lot of people tell me that like they have sex to my music. I didn't know. That's when you know you're on the right track. You know, I'm trying to make have some babies made. You know, to my music. So I want people to feel something. The one song, I think. I'm a very passionate person. I'm a lover of love. I'm a feeler, man. Anything, like, you know, I feel things very easily. So that's why I want people to feel, because I don't write, I freestyle. So a lot of the lyrics that I say are very personal. It's literally like I'll have to think. Some of them don't have to be me talking about me. It can be me talking about an experience that I've seen, or you know, something that happens in the lives of people around me. But everything like is personal. Like with the one song on Ipanzule Tulai, you know, the latest project. Free My Mind. That one is very, very personal. There I'm talking about you know, people that are trying to pay me with a bottle for gigs, and just, you know, like I said, I'm a mom, so everything that I do essentially is for me to be able to create a good life for my daughter. So like that's one of the songs. Ready, one of the songs, Ready, I wrote that on about my girlfriend. Because we like probably just had rounds before I went to studio, and then I got to studio and I was like, damn, I'm gonna need to talk about this one right here. So a lot of, like I said, I'm a storyteller. You know, I want to be a storyteller in my music. So every lyric, the reason why I want people to read or look at the lyrics is because it's not just the melody, it's not just the beat, it's not just the bop. Like, it's a literal whole story that I'm telling.
No, I get that. But then how do you balance being a mom and also trying to pursue your dream? Because I know to some people it might actually sound like a stupid type of question. But then there's people who are like, let's take Keswa for example. He has a son, right? But then it's terms of he can hire nannies and stuff like that to actually take care of the son while he's busy doing that. But then how do you tend to manage that?
Oh, it's tough, but you know, my parents are very supportive of my career choice, and it took a while. It didn't start out like that. They were not trying to hear it.
It's exactly like everybody, like black parents, black South African parents. First they like, well, okay, you know, focus on what you want.
Literally.
Then later on start to be like, oh, this is what she wants.
Because in the beginning when I told my mom, oh, mom, I want to sing, she's like, for the image. So since when? Like, when do you make me? I'm like, oh, mama, I like it and I'm good at it. She's like, nah, bro, we need you to get that law degree ASAP, you know? But my family helps me out a lot. So my parents, like, even now when I'm here, my parents are taking care of my daughter, her dad and his family, you know, everybody really plays a part in taking care of her. But it is a lot. It's not nice to leave my daughter, you know, like, you know, because she's growing older now. She can see that, oh, my mom is going away. So it's not nice. Sometimes it weighs a lot on me emotionally. I feel like maybe I'm putting myself before my daughter first. But you know, what I actually think it is just me trying to create a life for her. And more than anything, I want her to also know that no matter what your life looks like, chase your dreams, like do what you want. So it is difficult. It just takes a lot of planning and organizing and making sure that everything I do is worth it. So that even if I'm not spending time with her, then I know that at least I'm gonna get something out of this, you know, eventually. So I'm trying to get a trust fund. I want my daughter to be a trust fund baby, guys. Honestly, I need her to be driving Mercs in varsity. Like, I want to be that mom. I mean, life is not about materialistic stuff, but you know, I just want to make sure that my daughter has the best, the best of the best. Yeah. Definitely.
So when writing your music and making your songs, what do you want them to hear or find out about you when listening to your music?
Dad, I'm a free spirit. I do what I want to.
I noticed that actually. I actually noticed that.
I do what I want to, guys. It's a blessing and a curse. It really is a blessing and a curse because sometimes I'm very impulsive. I'll find myself in situations that I really have no business being in because of the way that I am. Yeah. But yeah, I want people to know that life is free, man. Be free, live, feel, experience. Like it's all in the little things, you know. Like finesse. When you're talking to somebody, make sure you finesse them, you know, like just live, man. Be a passionate person. Like I said, I'm overly passionate, so that's what I want to come across my music there. I do what I want, I say what I want, I feel what I want, and I don't have regrets. I may have questionable decisions. You know, I may look at some stuff I've done and be like, I can't wait, that one. But I have no regrets. Yeah, definitely.
So how do you try portraying that message with each song that you write?
Oof.
I'm sure it's not struggle trying to make sure you keep the message.
It is. I think more than the lyrics, when I write, I don't focus more on what words am I going to say, what words. It's more about the feeling. And then the words just come after. So when I listen to a beat, like this is how I work, I'll get to studio, and then I rarely get beats beforehand, like really. Every beats that I've worked on, I hear it like for the first time in the studio. And then I hear it, listen to it, you know, roll a J, and then, and I just get into it. I really try. I think I'm very vulnerable when I come up with my songs. Despite no matter what the energy is, whether it's a turn-up song or rap song, I try to be as vulnerable as I possibly can. So I just get vulnerable, switch off all the lights in the studio, make sure everything is quiet, and literally pretend I'm just having a conversation with myself. Because you know the conversations you have with yourself are super real. They're unfiltered, you know? So I just make sure, pretend that I'm having a conversation with myself. And I think to myself, if I was listening to this song, what would I want to feel out of it? And that's just how I go about, you know, putting the lyrics together and making sure that the fact that I am a free spirit comes across in every song.
I'll get that. But then how do you, like, for example, have you ever met somebody you actually worked with them, but then you got a different type of vibe from them? Like you got a vibe that says this person doesn't fuck with me.
Yeah, it actually did. It had a couple of times. But this one, I don't know if it's just my personal feelings or the person really wasn't fucking with me. So it's like an artist I came across recently that I've been really wanting to work with, and we spoke and we agreed, and I went out of my way to schedule studio time, and then the artist hits me up maybe like the day before we're supposed to go to studio on some, hi, I had a long conversation with my management, they don't think it's the right time for us to collaborate right now, blah, 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 blah. So I don't know if I took it the wrong way, because we still called me. It was my birthday recently, you know, the artist wished me happy birthday, so maybe, because I am overly sensitive, that is one thing about me, I'm super sensitive, guys, like, I take things personally, so maybe I took it personally and it wasn't, but that is one instance I can remember where I felt like, you know, artist is giving me weird vibes. A lot of the times I'll come in studios with niggas, right, and we rapping, like, or they rapping, and then they're like, oh, you also rapping, then I'm like, yeah, I'm also rapping. Then they're like, let's see where this goes. And then I can tell that they're already undermining me or underestimating me. And I get on the track and body all of them. So that's, I've had that a few times. I've had that a few times. I walk in studio, or sometimes people come to studio with their girlfriends, man. And then I walk in studio and then their girlfriends act pregnant. And I'm like, but so plus one. Or like, why are you tripping? Like, why are you? Because that's all they're gonna do. You're gonna sit there, like, and just sit and observe everything. Like, I'm actually here to work, so why are you being weird? But overall, I'm a very cool person. I think everyone that has met me or has had an encounter with me will tell you that, like, I'm pretty chilled. I don't have any beef with anyone. I don't have any smoke with anyone. Definitely.
And just last year, you released your first and your only so far music video on YouTube, or your song "Come to Me," which has over 3K views which is
really crazy.
Don't listen to that song and fuck with it. How did you do it?
I don't know, God's grace, guys, honestly, because when I put out that video, I hadn't released anything in a very long time. Like, that video was last year, and I had released Feels Unscheduled 3 years ago before that. And before that, I hadn't released any video, anything, especially on YouTube.
It could have been that thing where you feel like, why people have already forgotten about me?
Yeah, it was that. It was fully that. I was like, yo, guys, people have forgotten me, and you know, how is this going to turn out? And I at least wanted it to make at least 1K views, like just at least, you know, like that. I was willing to settle for 1K views, honestly, and it got like, I think 3K views in about a month. So I think, I was like very proud moment for me, definitely. Yeah, it did, because I mean, your YouTube is a tough space to crack. I mean, you guys would know.
You don't understand how hard just getting that 3K views.
You know?
And to go over the 3K views.
Exactly. So I was pleasantly surprised, man, and I think it helped that a lot of people were sharing. People that were part of the video, like the models, everybody that was shooting, like a lot of people were just sharing, and I think people just loved the visual, man. So it got around pretty quickly. Maybe I should drop another music video actually pretty soon. Right? I should do that. Yeah, man. Because what happened with this one was insane. I didn't see it coming at all. Like I said, first time I had released anything in 3 years. And but it also showed me that people really believe in my brand, and everyone that believes in it are people that have been, you know, with me since day one. And people are really, you know, doesn't matter how often I release, but when I release, it definitely makes an impact. I get that.
But what I want to know is, if there were a bunch of kids sitting here today, and all your fans and supporters, right, and they wanted motivation to start their music careers and their whatever, what would you say to them?
Just do it. Just start. Because even me, when I started, I had no idea where am I going to get a recording studio. And my first experience in a recording studio was actually very messed up. The niggas left me in studio now. Like, I came to studio and I was so hurt because I had to lie to my parents to like even get to that studio session. So I got there and they were like, okay, we're coming now. They left. Came back like around 3. And it was like 10 a.m. And I was just there by myself. So that was, it did do a number on me, but those niggas were begging to work with me now. So
that's how it is.
You know, they're begging to work with me now, so we move. But I would say, please get started. Don't let anything or anyone, even your parents, say, nah, this is not gonna work. Like, do it. Because a lot of people project their own personal fears onto you, and because if something is impossible to you, doesn't mean it's impossible to me. Exactly. So just get started, do the necessary work, and doing the necessary work will show you if you really want to do this or you're just doing it because you're looking for another hobby, because it is hard. I'd say do it. Start by writing your first song. Write it down. Just write it down. Learn how to write. Some people don't even know how to compose like songs and stuff. Just do it. Just get started, because I promise the moment you get started, it's going to be very difficult to stop. So do it. Believe in yourself and keep your head up. That's my advice to anyone that's trying to start.
Well, you guys heard it here first. You guys got to know your one and only favorite artist, RoseGoldRani.
Yes.
But I think that's about it. We covered everything. So is there anything you want to tell the people coming up, or anything you want to share quickly?
Guys, thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much to you guys, first of all, for the platform, because these type of things don't come around a lot for me. And thank you for just respecting me as an artist and conducting yourselves like that way, because I don't know if people know, you guys you hella professional, extremely professional. So I appreciate that. So guys, make sure you like, view, subscribe, all of that things. Please check out Aries Entertainment Podcast. And I think it's actually pretty cool that our birthdays are on the same day. An Aries on Aries Entertainment Podcast. Right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And stay with me, man. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I'm going all the way to the top. And I'm sorry if that comes across cocky. For me, it's manifestation. I'm manifesting.
There as well.
Definitely. We're gonna have another. Okay, let's put, after my first BET award, we're going to link up,
We're going to
and then
link
we're
up.
going to interview.
Sure.
Do an interview. We're going to talk about how we manifested it because it's going to happen, and then you guys are going to be like nominated for like best podcaster
in
Africa.
Yeah,
In Africa. The world. It's going to be like Breakfast Club and Meg G.
And
you guys in that order. Literally. So yeah, man, please stay with me. I'm doing the best that I can to make sure that I work hard and I give you guys real content, real quality, good music, and it's just never gonna stop. I think I'm born to do this. I'm gonna do it for the rest of my life.
Easy.
That's it.
But that's it, guys.
Oh wait. Follow me on my social media. I'm at RoseGoldRani everywhere.
Link in the description below.
Yes,
So
sir.
make sure you guys click that, like, share, subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. Easy.
Yes, sir.
That was fun.